From the outside, Brooke Wells seems like a pretty normal college student. The 22-year-old University of Missouri business major likes going to Mizzou football games, hanging out with her friends, and getting her studying done early so she can have more time for fun. But if you're at all interested in CrossFit or the broader fitness community, you know that Brooke Wells is also one of the world's best athletes. At 5'6", 150 pounds, Wells can deadlift 425 pounds, clean 270, and squat more than 350. And she just keeps getting better. This Team Celicore athlete is a 3-time CrossFit Games competitor whose best finish so far was in 2016 when she placed 6th. We chatted with this real-life superwoman about her training, nutrition, and how she stays grounded and calm during the pressure of ultra-high-level competition. One of the things that makes Wells so impressive is her age. Wells is one of the youngest competitors in the CrossFit field. She started CrossFit in 2013 during her senior year of high school. After spending her youth as a gymnast and the first few years of high school as a track athlete, Wells said she was looking for a workout that had more volume. "I missed being athletic for longer than an hour," she says. "I'd spend 4 hours in the gym when I was doing gymnastics. Track was only an hour, if that." So Wells and her twin sister, Sydney, asked their dad for a gym membership. Their dad signed them up for CrossFit instead. "We weren't really into the idea of doing CrossFit," says Wells. "But the first time we tried it, we fell in love with it." Just 2 years later, Wells won the Central Regional event and earned herself a spot at the 2015 CrossFit Games.
Okay, the last what I said.
So really, if you lose sex,
Shut up.
it's tough, bro.
That was good. Anyone can do their best when things are going their way and like everything's fun and easy, but it's about like, can you still go there when things are hard? Like that's when it counts to me. The job never stops. Like it's 24/7. I have to think about what I'm eating. When I'm at home and I'm not training, I have to think about how I can recover the best. It is like my full-time job. Like I don't just shut off after I leave the gym. You kind of have to sacrifice like a little bit of like your friendships and your relationships with people just because like your main priority is going to the games and like it just takes a lot of work. In high school, like the fun thing to do with your friends was to go like meet up at the gym. We weren't working out or working hard. We were just like having like a social hour. And my dad was a personal trainer. So he's like, I'm not paying for a gym membership. You can either have a CrossFit membership or you can have nothing. Back in the day, like when I had school and stuff, I would warm up maybe 5 minutes. Of course I was training, but going into my first regional, like I had zero expectations or intentions of going to the CrossFit Games. I was like a sophomore in college, didn't have that much time to train. I would probably train like 2 to 3 hours a day. And then I won my region and I was like, oh my gosh, like if I actually took this seriously, then I think that I could be like really good at this. And then like I made the CrossFit Games when I was 19 and I was like, I didn't even think that was in the cards. Every single year I like finish the games and I'm just like, dang, like there's so many things I could have done better. I would be so regretful if I stopped and I had so much left in the tank. There was a time where I got like extremely burnt out when I just like called my dad one day crying that like, I think I want to quit CrossFit. I'm so overwhelmed. Like I don't want to compete this year.
Yeah.
And so like he was very supportive on the call, but then like even sitting back on it and reflecting, he called me and he's just like, you know that we will love you no matter what you do.
Whatever you want to
like
do.
you do not need to do that. We support you guys fully, and it's just like so sweet. I just like to get in here and like focus on my breath and kind of relax. Over the years, when maybe I've had like horrible events or even like horrible years, they've turned out to be some of the best moments of my career because I've got to like learn something that's way more important in life. Longevity has been huge for me, and a lot of that starts with what am I doing to recover after I'm done training. And for me, it's like ice barreling, saunaing, like all these different things that I've learned that work for me. So Thursdays are normally my recovery day, and most of the time I like sleep in as long as possible. But today's a little bit different because I have a blood draw scheduled.
So this like kind of like your physical that you're doing?
Yeah, they like to do this like once a year. As an athlete, it's important to kind of see like what your deficiencies are, and like if I can make like a minor change of like adding vitamins or supplements or eating differently, like I'll definitely do that. Isn't it 17?
That's probably about right. When I was looking at your order before I came in, I just had to stop because I was like, oh my goodness, am I reading this correctly?
There was a ton of blood. Like they have this extremely long report of like everything. Like last time we tried to add more fat to my diet, and then like they just added some new like vitamins, and it's very helpful to see. I've been pretty like thankful to be very mentally well throughout my entire career. Like I started when I was like 19. I wasn't training like a crazy person. Of course, things have changed. I've gotten extremely more serious than I was back in the day, but just kind of like remembering to like not always take things so serious and to like find time to do other things that you enjoy so that your life doesn't depend just on CrossFit.